Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Game 1 here in the month of May between the Erie Seawolves and the Akron Rubberducks. The Rubberducks look for their 7th straight victory next. Keith Chambers is on the mound for Game 2. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
At the plate, Lawrence. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Center fielder, Lawrence.
First delivery to him on the way. And we kick things off tonight with a swing and a miss for a first pitch strike as we're underway. Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. They've run their win streak up to 6 in a row now, and they're really playing some inspired baseball.
Yeah, Matty, this is one of those special moments throughout the course of the season where everyone kind of looks around the clubhouse and takes stock. 6 in a row, you have a chance to rattle off a 7th. You start saying, hey, maybe something special is going to happen this summer.
Here's the 1-1. And a fastball just a bit high. Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And that pitch catches the inside corner. Oh, and a nice changeup that time gets him to swing right through it as the leadoff man is down on strikes to open up the ball game. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Dero, what's the word on this club as they start the new month?
This is not even a stat you probably would have even looked at 10 years ago. The fact that this team's last in walks in today's game bodes a lot of trouble. They will swing at the rosin bag. Do not expect this pitcher to come over the heart of the plate in any meaningful position because he knows he's going to get a lot of swing and miss.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Couldn't quite pull that swing back. He went around for strike one. Navarro, only 20 years old. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter. And he takes this one high, 1-1. Chambers isn't really known as the kind of starter that goes deep into games. It's not that he isn't capable, I'm sure. He just hasn't been that guy that works deep into games with regularity.
Matty V, I'm not sure it's this guy's fault, but I think it's more the fault of the metrics and the way we look at pitchers now, trying to limit the number of pitches and the number of appearances they have with particular guys in the lineup.
2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
I think one of the keys, Matt, you want to try to initiate contact. The one thing you don't want to do, you don't want to run the count to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Whatever you want to throw it over for a strike.
Made a miss on the off-speed pitch that time. Jared Navarro goes down for out number 2 in the top half.
To me, when it's raining, the approach at the plate has to change a little bit, especially if you're a guy that can run a little bit. Put the ball in play any way possible, especially on the ground. Making plays in the rain becomes exponentially tougher to do when it's wet. So these offenses really need to limit the strikeouts.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. Gets him to chase a ball out of the zone for the first strike.
Beautifully thrown splitter right there. High 80s, down in the zone. Looks like a fastball coming in, and then it just drops off the table. You can get a lot of swinging strikes with that.
2 out, nobody on. He pulls this one into right. But a little unlucky there as it's hit right to him in right field for the final out of the inning. So a fairly painless top of the first. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1. No score. Val Chavez, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, this guy's had a solid year up to this point. It's not an easy thing to do in baseball this year with all the high-scoring games, but this guy has an ERA of sub-3, and that's saying something. If he continues to do that, I think you're going to see a really good performance out of him in this one.
Digging in now, Salvatore Guerrero. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A fastball right down the middle for a strike. Fellas, our visiting team. As they take the field after a scoreless top half, they come into this one in decent form, as despite the loss last time out, they've won 6 of their last 9. Behind 0-2 now. A square to bunt, and it's popped up, and the catch is made for the first out of the inning. With a moment now, let's have a look at the home team starting lineup. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup and how they continue the winning streak.
Well, Matty, one thing that jumps out at me, and it's eye-popping, is the fact that this team leads the league in slugging percentage. And they do it in a variety of different ways. It's just not the long ball. A ton of guys in this lineup that can move the ball into gaps, take extra bases. Just great offensive approaches up and down. Be on the lookout for some guys looking to do some serious damage today.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And that one stayed too low, apparently. The 1-0. Popped him up. Garcia is under it. Makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting third baseman, Nino Peasy.
Standing in, Nino Peasy. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. There's a changeup over the outside corner. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. The slider freezes him at the plate. A called third strike, and the inning comes to a close. We've played an inning, still 0-0. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Wilson Macias. He'll start things out in the top half of the second. First pitch on its way. Changeup in for a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now.
If I'm on the mound right now, I know I'm in the hitter's head. He was definitely sitting soft. I might speed him up and elevate it right here.
Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Time for a look at the defensive alignment for the home team. And diving into the numbers on this team, the one thing that jumps off the page is the fact that these guys can flat play D. The highest fielding percentage in the league. Something to focus on today when you're watching this one.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. That fastball was a lively one. You could hear the pop of the glove all the way up here.
Yeah, nothing better, huh, guys? I guess maybe the crack of the bat, but I'm not as partial to that as most people. He looks good and loose out there to start this one.
Throw gets him, 2 down.
Batting second, first baseman, Leo Guerra.
Stepping into the box, Leo Guerra, looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. First delivery to him on the way. Called strike over the outside corner. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So here's the cleanup hitter, Kent Belanger. First at bat for him in this one. He was 1 for 4 with a double in the ball game last night. First pitch of the at bat on its way. Missed with a slider. Knee-high slider that he takes a look at. 1-1. A little bouncer. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. The 1-2. Popped him up. Guerra moving to his left. 1 down.
Okay, here's the defense for the away team. And guys, when I've been looking at the numbers on this starting pitcher, what really jumps out on me is the fact that he doesn't strike a ton of guys out, which means he's got to execute. He's got to use those 17 inches in, out, up, and down. He's going to have his defense behind him, and they better be on their toes because a lot of balls are going to be put in play in this one.
Fouled away. Brito is over to take a look, and this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Changeup gets him out in front for strike 2. Roberts could be scheduled for an appearance at the All-Star game this year. So far, he's received the 2nd most votes among right fielders in his league.
Yeah, and he's been having an excellent season to date, making a push towards that All-Star game. Hey, fans, get out there and vote. This guy sits in 2nd place, but I'm sure he'd like to be named starter.
Still 1-2. Now another 1-2. Line drive, base hit to right.
Turn and burn, baby. He smelled that heater coming inside right there. Didn't do too much damage with it, but was able to get the head out and drive it for a knock.
Into the box, Antoine Gagnon, as he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike one. Bottom of the second here with no score. And this one runs a little too far in, ball two.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Now a throw over, and he's back easily. And the 2-1. Very weakly on the ground, but that one rolls foul. Throw over to the bag, and he'll be back in standing up. Fouled off. Roberts leads off first with one away. A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. Gone! A two-run blast to straightaway right field. Fourth home run here in the early going, as it's now a 2-0 ball game.
Wow, there's a case of a ball up in the zone. Not the easiest pitch in the world to get underneath and drive it out of the ballpark. Good piece of hitting right there. Ball up in the zone. He didn't miss it. He destroyed it.
Stepping in now, Booker Harris. Grounder down the line at third. Garcia is up with it in time to first, and there are two away.
Batting eighth, left fielder, Julio Carbajal.
Now to the plate, Julio Carbajal, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Here comes the first pitch. Swinging a ball hit on the ground. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Swung on and hammered. No doubt about this one. Watch it fly. Gone! A solo shot down the line in right. Sixth home run on the season for him, as it's now a 3-0 ball game.
Well, that's the second home run of the inning, and their lead grows bigger. It's like a runaway train on a downhill slope right now. And the other guys are trying to throw twigs in the spokes to stop it.
Into the box now, Eric Baird, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. 3 runs already home here. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
Two things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
little low. It's 2-2.
A lot of righty pitchers will throw that two-seamer to right-handed hitters to try to jam the guy or even make some firewood. He got it in there, but that was a good take to lay off.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So 2 home runs in the inning lead to 3 runs on the scoreboard. We'll go now to the top of the 3rd. The Rubberducks lead this one 3-0. At the plate, Robert Pena. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the 3rd after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
Now a fastball to start the 3rd. That misses. It's ball 1. The 1-0. Now he spins on one here and drives it to deep right field. And he's going to make the catch on the warning track. A fine running play there for the first out. Striding in, Sergio Cedeno comes off an 0 for 4 in last night's ball game. First pitch coming. Here it is. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it. 1 out, nobody on. Fastball high, and it's quickly 2-0.
Boy, he just looks locked in at the plate right now to me. His numbers in recent games have been very good, and those were 2 stone-cold takes right there that put himself in a great hitter's count.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Baird is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
Standing in now, Johnny Mosley, as he'll take a breaking ball too low, and it's 1-0. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss. That's the first strike. 2 out, nobody on. And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Couldn't wait back. A swing and a miss. Here now the 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. Ready for another chance. Salvatore Guerrero. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
One of the things this guy would like to do from the left side is swing it a little bit better against right-handed pitching. This guy has decent numbers, but not great numbers against right-handed pitchers.
No balls and 1 strike. The windup and the 0-1. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. Flipped out the other way towards short. And that's out number 1.
The center fielder, number 32, Evan Price.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Evan Price. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Cedeno takes charge out there, and he stays with it for the second out.
Third baseman, Nino Peasy.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Nino Peasy. He got called out on strikes his last time through. Here comes the first pitch. Here's the first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball 1. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike. Lifted in the air out towards left center. Lawrence is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Digging in to try it again. Lawrence back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, man. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
2-0 now.
Remember, he was a strikeout victim last time up, but this at bat seems to be a totally different direction. He's showing good patience now, and he's got a real good count at 2-0.
2-0 count, the pitch. 3-0 now.
Ball 3 to a leadoff hitter that can run. Not the greatest way to start this right here. I think right now you really have to start pouring some pitches into that strike zone.
3-1. The 3-1. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
Now batting, shortstop, Jared Navarro.
Now at the plate, Jared Navarro. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And he starts him out with a splitter for a called strike. Bases are empty, one man out. Boy, in a perfect spot for the splitter there. It's 0-2. And they'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
One out, nobody on. Takes this the other way to right. That's a base hit, their first of the game.
You think there's any justice in the game? Watch those two at bats. Both of them hit on the absolute screws. One's right at one guy, and then one's a single. Go figure.
Into the box, David Garcia. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at bat. Ball and a strike. Navarro stands at first with one out. A ball and 2 strikes.
Love that pitch right there, and he executed it perfectly. A big arcing curveball that starts at the batter's hip and then just bends onto the inside corner. A lot of hitters have a tendency to open up way too early, and they can't make good contact on that pitch.
And this is sliced hard down the left field line, and that'll get down for what should be extra bases. Navarro rounds third and is digging for the plate, and he's safe at the plate as they now trail by only 2.
The pitcher was spotting his pitches effectively until now, working the edges, painting the corners, but he left this one right over the plate, and it cost him with an RBI extra base hit right there.
In now, Wilson Macias as he lines it out to center. Garcia rounds the corner and is headed home. Oh, and the throw back in is a wild one. And he is in to score from second as the throwing mistake defensively came back to factor into that one.
Number 3.
Dan, you know what? You like to see that from an offense. When you have a guy in scoring position, there's no sense in waiting around. He saw a pitch he liked right there, and he went after it.
He did, D-Row, and I think that's what most hitters do. They come up with guys on base that they can potentially drive in. They're looking for a pitch to hit, and he didn't wait around and got that bat hit started.
Now batting, first baseman, Leo Guerra.
Riding in once again, Leo Guerra, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. First pitch coming, here it is. And he fouls this one off. First and second now, one man out. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. And there's ball 2 now.
Well, I know the last thing he wants to do is load the bases right here, so the pressure is on right now to get back in the strike zone.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Yeah, Matty, not only is this guy using all 4 quadrants, he's elevating, getting their eye level up with a quality fastball.
Too high, ball 3.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different. Definitely laboring at the moment.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Carbajal waits on it. 2 gone. Stepping in, Robert Pena. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Robert Pena.
First delivery to him on the way. Just missed with a breaking ball.
Well, that curveball was really a hanger, and that's not a good sign. He's got to get back on track. He needs that release point to get out front and get the ball down in the zone.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Carbajal is there, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. To the bottom of inning number 4 we go. The Rubberducks lead it 3-2. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Kent Belanger. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Designated hitter, Kent Belanger.
Here's the first pitch to him. Good swing, just got to try and straighten that one out. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Bouncer to the left side. And the throw to first is in time. 1 gone.
Now batting, right fielder, Herschel.
Digging in the switch hitter, Herschel Roberts. He reached on a single in his first try. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a neck-high fastball that time. We're in the 4th. 3-2 is our score. Down the third baseline. Throw pulls the first baseman off the bag, and he's safe at first.
And that play is indicative of how their entire season has gone so far. They make the routine plays difficult, and if there's a tough play, they really struggle with it. They need to tighten up their fundamentals so they can get back on track.
So stepping in, Antoine Gagnon. He hit a 2-run jack in his first at-bat.
And that last at-bat when he went deep, he turned around a pretty good fastball. So I'm kind of thinking this guy's a good fastball hitter. So I might want to move that ball up and down and in and out and try not to throw it right down the middle of the plate.
Roberts, the runner at first with 1 gone in the inning. Here's a look over to first, and he's back in standing. Ball 2 now.
I wonder if that homer rattled him a little bit. He's certainly a little bit more cautious against him this time around.
Here he comes on 2-0. Swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
That's called getting your A swing off right there, and I don't blame him one bit after his first at bat. You remember, he went bridge his first at bat.
Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss out in front of a changeup. Working for the punch out and the offering. And a fastball flew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
You know what was really impressive to me about that strikeout? He fell behind 2-0 to start the at-bat. That's a pretty bad place to be, but then he kind of refocused himself and came right back with 3 quality pitches in a row to sit him down. That's not easy to do, but now his focus has to hone in on getting ahead on the next guy.
Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Now the 0-1. Pitch out. Nothing doing. And this one's up around the eyes. 2-1. Now the 2-1. Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
I appreciate the moxie right there, but 3 fastballs at this level usually turns into a knock.
Julio Carbajal.
Stepping in now, Julio Carbajal. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. Coming down in buckets. Cats and dogs. Insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
You know, one of the big issues is player safety, and right now this field is getting sloppy wet, Matt, and I don't know how much more rain this field can take.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. Here's the 1-1. And that one just missed outside.
Those were 2 great executed pitches right there away from this batter. He can hurt you in a heartbeat. I don't think anything's going to leak out over the heart of the plate.
And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Fastball in there, 3-2. And this one misses here. A close pitch on 3-2, but Clyde Washington rules it ball 4. At the plate, Eric Baird, one of the bigger spots in the ball game so far. Base is juiced now with 2 away. In there, 0-1.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger. A 1-1 is in there for the second strike. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. And a slider runs away from him there, and the count levels at 2-2. Bases are loaded here, 2 down. And it's fouled away. The 2-2 one more time. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
Wow, these guys are really grinding out their at-bats in this one. They're not making any outs easy to get. And that, of course, is having a huge impact on the pitch count.
And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded. Settling in now, Sergio Cedeno. He'll lead things off here in this one-run contest. Here's the first pitch to him. Hit well on the ground to first. Oh, and he has some trouble with it. And the recovery's a quick one as he gets his man at first. Good composure that time to record the first out of the inning. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Johnny Mosley. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. And that one cut a little too much. A ball and a strike. 1-1. Hit down the line at first. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batting, the center
So the lineup flips over and digging in, Lawrence. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. 5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. And he watches a called strike at the knees. No balls and 2 strikes.
This guy's pitching really well in this one so far. You could just see he's awful confident attacking the strike zone, and when he comes off the...
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. Digging in once again, Salvatore Guerrero. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Salvatore Guerrero.
First delivery to him on the way. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball. The 1-0. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball. And that misses. 2-1. Now the 2-1 pitch. Fly ball out toward right field. Macias is under it, and that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, center fielder, Evan Price.
Ready for another shot now, Evan Price. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. First pitch on its way. Laid off as it caught the inside corner. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. The 1-1 home. Gets a good piece of it there, but this is foul off toward the third base coaching box.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
He'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's ruled a swing, and there are 2 away now.
The batter, third baseman.
Ready once again, Nino Heasy. First delivery to him on the way. And a fastball just a bit high. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
Not the ideal spot to be right here. 2-0 count on a real good hitter. Boy, you're going to have to make some really good pitches now.
Outside, 3-0 now. Here it is, the 3-0. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner. Striding forward now is the DH, Kent Belanger, and we'll see if they can make him pay for the 2-out walk. Always considered a big no-no, of course. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Good changeup that time, but he wouldn't bite on it.
A lot of times you'll see the take sign after 5 straight balls to start the inning, but with the middle of the order up at the plate here, I wouldn't be surprised if he's turned loose. just has to be the right pitch to hack at.
That evens it up 1-1. Easy leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. In the dirt here. And he is in there. They couldn't get him at second. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away, as that'll be scored a wild pitch. Looking to keep this a 1-run game, the pitch. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. Here now the 2-2. Fouled away. Here now the 2-2. Skied into very shallow right. Macias is over, and that retires the side. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. Back with more on a Thursday night following this. Ready for another shot now. Jared Navarro. He singled his last time up.
Jared Navarro.
And the pitch. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet. I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
Count is 1-2 now. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
He's just ringing up strikeouts left and right. But what's really impressive to me, he hasn't walked anyone either. He's just pounding the zone. His stuff is dirty today.
Here comes the first pitch. And a neck-high fastball that time. Now the 1-0. A fastball here, and this is softly hit and fouled off to the left. 3-2's our score here in inning number 6. The 1-2 is put in play to the right side of the infield. Guerrero is there. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Now batting, right fielder, Wilson.
Ready once
Macias.
again, Wilson Macias. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Lifted into the air out towards center field. Guerrero shading to his right. And that's the 3rd out. So they breeze through this half of the inning. The 5, 6, and 7 slots due up in the bottom of inning number 6. The Rubberducks lead this one 3-2.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Erie, number 31, Tom Ziegler.
Striding in once again, Herschel Roberts, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Herschel Roberts.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. The 1-0 is looked at for ball number 2.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one.
There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone.
Great spot with that pitch down and away. He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep hitting that spot.
Line to the right side. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning. Antoine Gagnon will dig in again, and as he does, we'll flash you back to inning number 2 as you get a look at his 2-run homer that was a big blow early on. A ball and no strikes. And he watches one miss outside. 2-0 now. Roberts aboard here at first with nobody out. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul. So a missed opportunity there.
Might have been cheating for another fastball, trying to get the head to that one early. Pitcher pulled the string with a nasty breaking ball and had him a little bit out in front. Man, he got the front foot down right there, kept the front shoulder up, and was able to stay inside that ball for a soft liner in the center field.
Into the box now. Booker Harris fouled off. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Hard on the ground towards short. Fielded cleanly to second for 1. On to first, a double play.
Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
Into the box, Julio Carbajal. He grounds it sharply to third. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So no runs on 2 base hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 7th inning coming up. The Rubberducks lead it 3-2. Leading off the inning, Gavin Brito, and they'll need him to get something going here.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Leo Guerra.
Digging in to try it again, Leo Guerra. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
Hey, we're moving into the later innings right here. This guy's continuing to pitch well with this first pitch strike percentage well over 60%. That's about league average so far, so he's right on point.
Very tight ball game. 3-2 our score in inning number 7. And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball.
Now there's your textbook waste pitch right there. Try and get the eye level up. Let's see if he comes back with another fastball elevated or drops a hammer off.
Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Here's another 1-2. And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game. game of this series.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. A swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
Rolled slowly to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Seventh inning stretch time here at the ballpark. The Rubberducks lead this one 3-2. Ready for another chance? Eric Baird is hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Swung on and missed. Outclassed by that fastball for a strike.
Yeah, you attack the zone and get a swing and a miss that late on your first pitch fastball. Good chance he's coming right back with the same thing.
Ball 1. And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. Now the 1-1 pitch. Misses. Ball 2.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
All even now, 2-2.
Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Eric Baird is retired for the first out in the bottom half of the 7th inning. So the batting order turns over now and set to go Salvatore Guerrero. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And that one stayed too low apparently. Hit on the ground is short. And there are 2 away now.
The batter, center fielder, Evan Price.
Digging in, Evan Price. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch of the at-bat. Here's a fastball chopped foul at the plate. It's strike 1.
I know you're standing on the mound. You got 2 quick outs right here, but you have to respect the fact that this lineup can hit you and hit you in a hurry. Number 2 hole batter up at the plate. He has a chance to get on and get the big boys up.
Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And this ball's pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And this will wind up being nothing more than a long foul ball, and it'll hold the count at 0-2. And he couldn't get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. And he'll try to hold up in time, but to no avail as he went around, and the inning is over. So they go down without a whimper here. We'll look ahead to inning number 8 now. The Rubberducks lead it 3-2. Digging in once again, Sergio Cedeno. We're in the 8th now, and nothing's changed out there on the mound.
Well, I've been very impressed with how this starter's going about his business, Matt. He's looked really sharp, and it's hard to know if it's had any effect. But getting that early lead from his offense could have really helped settle him in.
Chris Esquivel been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Into the corner and slicing foul. Here's the 0-2. Trying to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes.
So the intent of that 0-2 cutter right there isn't necessarily to get a swinging strike. If you get it, well, hey, that's great. But if you get it inside enough and he does make contact, he probably can't do anything with it anyway.
Here now the 2-2. Is roped to left, a base hit. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1-for-3 game so far. So their half of the 8th opens with a man aboard.
The leadoff hitter finds his way on base. Should be interesting to see the cat and mouse with the manager. Does he use the bunt right here? Do we put a little hit and run on? Do we go old school, new school, and just let him swing away? Should be interesting.
Standing in now, Johnny Mosley. Strike one to start the at-bat. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike two.
Pretty late with the swing there. As a pitcher, you have to recognize that and keep coming in with the hard stuff until he proves he can hit it.
Still no balls and 2 strikes. Cedeno on at first, nobody out. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Now back to the top of the lineup, stepping in, Lawrence 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike. A 1 pitch on its way. Oh, right back to him on the mound. One there, relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. So no runs on 1 base hit, no errors, and no one left on. Home half of the 8th, straight ahead. The Rubberducks lead this one 3-2. Dave Richards is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Dave Richards.
Stepping up to the plate, Nino Heasy.
Leading off for Akron, third baseman, Nino Heasy.
First offering on its way. Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Behind 0-2 now. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
I think if he executes that pitch on the corner instead of off of it, he probably gets some pretty weak contact, if anything. He jammed him pretty hard on the previous pitch, so my bet was he was going to try to cheat on the inside part, thinking it might be coming again.
Oh, and there's the good curveball as he set down on strikes for the 2nd time here tonight. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Kent Belanger. First pitch coming, here it is. Breaking ball in for a strike. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Fly ball out toward left center field. Navarro calls for it, 2 gone.
Now batting, right fielder.
Digging in and looking for more, Herschel Roberts. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball that just misses inside. This one, everything we could have hoped for. 3-2 in inning number 8. This is line to left. Pena will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Striding in to start the 9th, Jared Navarro, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Jared Navarro.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a cold strike. The windup and the 0-1. Missed with a slider.
1 strike.
Up around the face. Fastball that he's way out in front of. A swing and a miss. Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one. Digging in, David Garcia. First pitch of the at-bat. Tough slider that just catches the corner for a strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. But a big pass at a slider that gets past him.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last two pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2.
No better way to minimize the potential damage a cleanup hitter can do than to strike out both guys in front of him. Always a confidence boost when you can sit down the guys at the top of the lineup.
And a called strike down in the zone. 0-1. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And this is swung on and missed. So now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. Inside as he might be trying to set him up here 1-2.
Well, you don't want to get caught looking for the final out. That's a tough pitch to lay off. Impressive that he did.
Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Wow, what a week for these guys. Talk about firing on all cylinders. Winners of an amazing 7 games in a row. They say to never question the streak, and these guys aren't. They're just enjoying this ride.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Akron Rubberducks took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Keith Chambers earns the win, his second. Chris Esquivel works 2 full innings in relief to record the save, his 4th of the season. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find us on Twitter at MLB The Show.
For the Rubberducks, 3 runs, 6 hits, no errors. They left 5 men on base. For the Seawolves, 2 runs on 5 hits, 1 error. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 49 minutes. Thanks for joining us this evening.